Yep, thank you. The atmosphere is one of 5 of the Earth's carbon pools. The other 4 are the hydrosphere, which are the oceans, the pedosphere, the soil, geosphere, everything below the soil, and the biosphere, all living things, including us. Carbon changes form as it moves between the atmosphere, the biosphere, and the pedosphere, and then back again. In the atmosphere, it is in the form of carbon dioxide. As this CO2 is transformed during photosynthesis, it becomes carbohydrates in the biosphere. In the pedosphere, carbohydrate plant roots create a pathway for liquid carbohydrates from plant photosynthesis to be exchanged for minerals provided by soil organisms. This carbon ends up deep in the soil and can last for millennia unless disturbed. The normal respiration of living organisms produces CO2, which returns to the atmosphere to start the cycle over again. This works until we introduce additional carbon from the geosphere in the form of fossil fuels at a rate greater than the biosphere can process. 45% of the dry weight of food is carbon, all of which came from thin air, all of it. Agriculture in California is currently contributing 7% of all greenhouse gases in the state. California's total emissions are 12% of global emissions. 30% of the legacy load of excess atmospheric carbon dioxide came directly from agricultural practices over the last 150 years. We know this by using radioisotopes. This is important because we can use this technology to measure the carbon of our current agricultural activities. When we look at the last 50 years, we see an unprecedented increase in atmospheric CO2, methane, and nitrous oxides. If we look at all of this information as feedback, the way we look at the dashboard of a car, we can make adjustments to ensure that we are driving responsibly. And make no mistake, we are driving the planet. When we purchase specific sweaters, we support herd increases that result in overgrazing that cause desertification, which can be seen from space. This suggests that we can also do beneficial things to the planet. We can actually change a whole planet's climate, and pretty quickly in a galactic time frame. This is a scary and powerful thought. Now is the time to change the climate in a direction of our choosing, a climate that we can live in, and maybe more than live, we can thrive in it. And here's how. 30% of Earth's land area is rangeland. Grazing management is one of the largest occupations in the world. Currently, rangeland soils are losing carbon to the atmosphere. In addition, we have lost up to 80% of the world's topsoil due to agricultural practices. From Dr. Christine Jones on the rebuilding of new soil. This is an exciting explanation of the biogeochemical process of rapid soil formation. Understanding this natural process enables us to ignite the soil system and thus begin a self-organizing, exponentially increasing state of rapid carbon-rich soil building. The resulting carbon-rich soils experience full ecosystem function with many co-benefits. I encourage you to explore amazingcarbon.com for a deeper understanding of soil carbon and photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is the solar-powered process where atmospheric CO2 enters leaves through stomata, where it is combined with soil moisture and soil minerals to become carbohydrates, sugars, starches, and cellulose. Carbohydrates are the foundation of all agriculture. All carbon-based life forms derive their carbon from either directly from photosynthesis or by consuming plants or consuming the consumers of plants. Agriculture is the management of natural mechanisms in natural systems using natural resources. Food, fuel, fiber, and flora are all products of agriculture. There is a range of agriculture from wild harvest to high-input monocropping. Any practice along this continuum can either deplete natural resources or enhance them. Grazing management is my activity and is a wild harvest event that enhances natural resources. If I were to overgraze or use chemical herbicides on my pasture, I would be depleting natural resources on my ranch and externally. We are currently researching to answer the question, can management enhance carbon in rangeland soils, and if so, what happens? After 2 years, we have increased the total carbon in the system from 12 to 15 tons per hectare. If we did this on 1/3 of California's rangelands, we would offset all of California's emissions every year. In year 3, the change to our soil system is ongoing. We have apparently changed the state of the soil system. We are seeing a cascade of benefits, most importantly, water holding capacity. Increasing soil carbon 0.5% over California's soils would add more water that's plant available than all of our lakes and rivers combined. We are now looking at a strategic grazing event designed to increase soil carbon. The anecdotal evidence is dramatic, and we are excited to see the data. Our management of the pedosphere could stop and reverse global warming within a decade while building carbon-rich soil, which is the foundation of all civilization. We can also provide safe, healthy food, create meaningful employment, achieve global security, enjoy peace, love, and happiness. It's actually easy to do. It just takes well-informed hard work and being mindful of the carbon consequences of all of our agricultural activities. Atmospheric carbon dioxide is a crucial resource available to everyone, everywhere, for free, especially farmers and ranchers. Our revolution is to value that which is common. That's my presentation.